What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Colonation Media and welcome back for some more live Pokemon Showdown. Today we are hopping back on the RU ladder with our Scrafty, Noivern, Medicham-ish team. I don't know why I said ish because it's definitely just the Scrafty, Noivern, Medicham team. They are the main players. As if Medicham can put on his glasses and hit a high jump kick or two, that'd be great. I feel like we might be able to wrap up some games a little bit quicker if we can get him putting in some work, because Dolly is too powerful. So this is a pretty standard looking RU team. I see the Jolteon. That does not scare me. He actually is going to lead off with that, as I opted to lead with Rhyperior for some rocks, because again we see Hitmonlee being the only hazard remover, and that's pretty frail, so we can take care of that. I'm just going to go for EQ. I'm not afraid of the Hidden Power Grass, which it appears as though he has, just because I am specially defensive with solid rocks. There's no way in the world that Jolteon's going to be able to take me out using that. So we just get rid of Jolteon turn 1, which is fantastic. And we only had to take about 63% after lefties. He is going to go into the Alomomola. Let's see. What are you going to do? Are you just going to Scald me? Kind of want to just go into Golbat just because I don't really care about anything this thing will go for other than maybe knockoff. So we'll hope that he doesn't go for that. He actually does go for the Scald, which is great. He doesn't burn me, which is even better. He could go into Amoonguss here, predicting a Toxic, but I think I want to make that play anyway, and he actually just stays in. And so we're going to trade the Eviolite for a Toxic on the Alomomola, and he doesn't have any form of Cleric unless this thing has Refresh. So I'm feeling pretty good to have the extra residual damage going on this. So he opted to throw up a Wish there, which is fine, and I could Brave Bird again here. There's really nothing stopping me from doing that, just because I don't want him passing that into anything. I know nothing else has come in at this point, but what would he try to switch in? I mean, everything else is relatively frail, so I'm just going to Roost, actually. I will Roost up. So he's actually going to go into Braviary. So even without Eviolite, we may be able to take a hit from this thing. It would do a lot of damage with a Brave Bird, and at this point it's looking like it's going to make more sense to fodder off Rhyperior here. So he will go for the Brave Bird. We'll see if he's Life Orb. He is not. So he's most likely choiced in some fashion, because he's not lefties either, which means he's not Bulk Up. So he's got to be Banded or Scarfed. Not really sure which, as he does draw a meaningless critical hit there. So, yeah, Rhyperior bites the dust, but it did take out Jolteon, so that's fair enough. We still have to worry about that Dugtrio, too, trapping things. But for the most part, like, what is he going to trap? Aromatisse? I can take on Dugtrio. I mean, I really have nothing that's Dugtrio weak. So, I can go into Aromatisse here and throw up a Wish. If he stays into Brave Bird, he's just going to take more recoil, and I'm going to be able to recover that off. And we might be able to get an idea of whether he's Scarf or Bandit if he does decide to stay in here. He does have a safe switch into the Amoonguss, so I'm not sure why he wouldn't make that play. But he actually is going to stay in and go for the Brave Bird. That is as Bandit as I've ever seen it. Oh my goodness. That did so much damage to physically defensive Aromatisse. 77%. So I'm just going to go for the Protect here just because I had to, basically. And I can Protect again here to get some more lefties recovery. There's really nothing he can do about it. Unfortunately, he's probably just going to Spore. And that is indeed what he's going to do. And he's going to Spore again the following turn, because he really has no reason not to. I don't have anything that I particularly want asleep. I do have the Lumberry on Scrafty, but I would really like to save that in case I have to hit the Alomomola a couple times with Scrafty. Because, yeah, I don't want to have to switch out and Aromatherapy, so if I get burned or something. So he's just going to go for the Spore again as I switch in Golbat. He really can't do anything to me, so I'm expecting him to want to switch here. And what would he switch into? I'm not sure. I really want to go into Medicham, though, because then if I go into Medicham, something dies at that point. I can just click Zen Headbutt, and something will die. Or I will at least bring the Dugtrio down to its Sash. Actually, we can go into Noivern, because he might go into Dugtrio. I don't know why he would do that, but if he's expecting me to switch, he might try to bring the Dugtrio here. And he does actually bring the Dugtrio, so I'm happy I kind of second-guessed myself there. For once, my gut instinct was not the right way to go about it, and I actually got the play right for once in my life. So we outspeed this. He can't kill me with anything. He could have Stone Edge, but I don't even know if he's Focus Sash. That's not going to kill, I don't think, because Dugtrio is that weak. What is your switch into this? You don't have a switch in. I could just click Draco. Or I'll click Hurricane, actually, in case he wants to switch in the Alomomola again. But, you know, he doesn't. He just goes into Alomomola, and, yeah, that obviously missed. So that's unfortunate. And he's going to burn me with a Scald. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You're still getting that toxic damage racking up, and we'll see how much this Hurricane does. Does 50%. That's not bad, as he's going to knock off our Life Orb here. But now he has to switch again. So I can Roost if I really wanted to. And he's taunted because I did not want him throwing up a Wish. So he's pretty much forced to switch here or just sacrifice this thing. And I don't think he's going to want to do that because most people that run Alomomola never want it to die. Oh, he actually stays in. Just to Scald. Okay, maybe he predicted the Roost there. If so, that was a good play. Do I Roost again or do I taunt? Let's see. I don't think he's going to go for Wish. I'm going to Roost. He does go for the Wish. What are you doing? You just died to the Toxic. I'm so confused. Why did you play your Alomomola like that? Like, you could have saved it so many times. I'm kind of confused about that because he let me get back up to basically full health. And now we're almost in the same position, except he just doesn't have Alomomola anymore. Which is fine by me because, again, we're in the same spot where I can just click Draco. And so, yeah, he is going to hold on with his Sash. And, wow, Burn plus Stone Edge was not enough to kill me. Yeah, I probably should have switched there, actually, predicting the Stone Edge, because that Wish was going to get him back up to full anyway. But there's always the chance that he is Choice Banded. A lot of them are Choice Banded. So I guess we found out the hard way. I mean, at least we burned that Sash. So even though he's at full health, we can just, we can still OHKO him with something. So I guess that wasn't a complete waste. I really didn't need Noivern for too much. As long as I have Medicham, that Amoonguss is going to die. Because I don't care if it's physically defensive, it's not taking Banded Zen Headbutt. Of course, I also have to hit Zen Headbutt. Maybe I should run Psycho Cut. It's only at, like, what is it, a 10 base power difference? Something along those lines, but it has perfect accuracy. Maybe I should run that. The extra power, though. The extra power is amplified by, you know, Pure Power and the Choice Band. You can tell the difference. So at this point, I could go into Golbat because he would have to hit a bunch of Stone Edges or crit me. And I can burn some sleep turns that way, but I kind of want Golbat to stay asleep, at least for now. So I am going to go into Scrafty here because he can't kill me. Like, Earthquake is not going to be... It's going to be like a 3-hit KO with Drain Punch, maybe. He's actually going to pull the hard switch into Amoonguss. Fair enough. So I guess I could have went for the knockoff there, but I did not. So he's still getting Black Sludge recovery. He can't Spore me, though. So the most he can do is Sludge Bomb or Giga Drain. I'm so tempted to just click knockoff and absorb that damage, but I might need Scrafty at full health for later on. Why would I need that? I don't know. I mean, I die to the Hitmonlee kills me, the Braviary kills me. Dugtrio doesn't kill me, though. But either way, I'm just going to switch in Golbat. That's the safe play because he cannot touch me at all. So, yeah, I could just burn a turn of sleep here. I don't think I've burned one yet, so he does get a safe switch into Dugtrio. And we could wake up this turn and get off a lot of damage. I don't know if it would OHKO just because I'm not invested at all. But he does get a Stone Edge off and only does 44%. We do get the second turn Wake, and that does 96%. Oh my goodness, Dugtrio, why are you so frail? I can sneeze on you when you go down to your Sash. Wow. I wonder if that was a roll too. Like, I may have had a chance to actually just OHKO him there. He has to hit another Stone Edge, but I really don't need Golbat for too much. The Hitmonlee, of course, it would be nice, but as long as Aromatisse is relatively healthy, I can take a Poison Jab and finish it off with a Moonblast. And so at this point, it's looking like I either need to take an Earthquake, but if that's the case, I don't want him saving this Dugtrio though. If he saves this, I could lose. So I'm going to go into Medicham, and I'm going to click Bullet Punch. It's as obvious as can be. Actually, I'm really tempted to not click Bullet Punch just because I feel like he's going to switch here. Because, like, Fake Out or Bullet Punch is so obvious, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because that was a safe play. If he stayed in, I really did not want to take that damage. So he is going to go into Amoonguss, and now I have to switch, which is unfortunate. That Doug Trio being alive is not a good thing, because it will mean I'm going to have to go in and lock myself into Bullet Punch again, or just take a hit. As he does go for the Spore, I forgot, I woke up, so yeah, and Golbat's dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And at this point, this is not good. This could be a little bit sticky. We might lose this. We can take the damage with Medicham, so that's what I'm going to do. He does go for the Giga Drain. That's not a 2-hit KO, and now he has no switch-ins. So Zen Headbutt kills something. He leaves the Amoonguss in, so that's just dead. 100% of his HP just gone. Just gone. So all 3 of his things coming in will outspeed me, unless that Braviary is adamant, of course. Then we speed tie, because we already showed that it was, whatchamacallit, banded. Not showed, but we already figured out that it was banded. He opts to just go for the Earthquake there. That does actually finish me off. I didn't really want to switch in anything, so I'm going to have to take a hit with Aromatisse at this point. Aromatisse can win me the game if it's awake, but he gets a crit Earthquake. That might matter. I don't know. Hopefully Aromatisse can bring this home for us here. Hopefully it does. I mean, we can always sack Scrafty too, because it doesn't beat anything. Yeah, that only does 28%. Thankfully, we get the Wake here, because that crit could have turned out to matter a lot. But we get the Wish off. I think it's in my best interest to protect here to prevent a crit from losing me the game, because with my luck that would happen. He does predict that nicely and set up Stealth Rock, although that doesn't really do anything for him, because that's going to do a whopping 6% to Scrafty. So, yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can throw up another Wish and then Moonblast. So that will allow me to be at as much HP as possible for when the next threat comes in, which will likely be that Braviary, and we saw how much damage that was doing. So yeah, I mean, really, I have a couple of options here. Actually, no, I don't. I have to be healthy when that Hitmonlee comes in. So I think I'm going to have to Wish Stall him and hope that he goes for Brave Bird. I could Protect here to see what he's going to lock himself into, because he's very clearly banded. But that doesn't really do me any good. I'm going to Wish either way. 72%. Oh my goodness. That did so much. So I can Protect here, and he can't do anything but Brave Bird. So as long as he does not crit me here, we are fine. We are fine, because I can throw up a Wish, and he's going to kill himself with a Brave Bird unless he gets a lower roll. He's actually going to make the switch into Hitmonlee. That is not going to save you, because now I can take a hit. You just let me set that up for free, and I can fire off a Moonblast. And he's going to knock off my lefties. That's really not going to do anything for you. He does show off the Life Orb, and he just dies to Moonblast. That's going to be game, because now I'm at full health, and he can't really do anything about it. Return would do a lot less damage than Brave Bird. So Aromatisse bringing back the battle for us there. That was a pretty good game. That was a pretty good game. That may be the best game that we've run into yet. So here we go. Into another battle. We have a Rain team. A very obvious Rain team. These things are annoying to run into. I see the Uxie. That's going to be a Rain setter. And actually that Excelgor could be a Rain setter too. And the Ludicolo could be a Rain setter. So many Rain setters. I hope he doesn't have 3 Rain setters. That'd be ridiculous. I see the Fossil Pokemon there. Those are going to be Swift Swim users. Ludicolo is usually Swift Swim. And I don't know what that Rotom is going to be. It's looking hyper offensive to me. So I'm expecting either Excelgor or Uxie to start off. And I kind of want to lead off with Scrafty. He does actually lead off with the Excelgor though. Do I want to switch? I mean, there's always the chance that this thing is just offensive and not a Rain setter. And either way, he can't really touch, not Excelgor, he can't really touch Golbat. So I'm going to go into Golbat here. So we will see. We will see. This could be dangerous. I also don't want to take any damage on Scrafty, because that might be my win condition later on. With this type of team, Scrafty can just steamroll it if we can get going, and if we can successfully stall out the Rain turns. So I'm expecting him to want to switch here. Oh, actually, no, he just goes for Final Gambit, and that just OHKOs. Well, okay then. So he was max HP, max speed. That's okay, I guess. So Golbat is gone. And that is actually great for him because Golbat could probably take a hit from a couple of his Pokemon. So that's not good. At this point, it's looking like our main strategy is going to be to stall out the rain turns and then get ourselves into a position where we can get Scrafty out on the Uxie so he cannot set up rain again. So he's going to predict and protect very nicely and go for the Swords Dance. He still can't kill me in one hit though, even with a Waterfall. So yeah, that does 89%. Shows off the Life Orb. Thankfully he does not flinch me, or that may have been game right there. I'm going to predict him to predict the Protect again and go for the Moonblast to get some more damage off, and we get our Wish, and we can protect this turn to burn another rain turn. So he only has 2 left. So unfortunately he will be able to kill me, but he's only going to have 1 turn left after Aromatisse is dead, and I may actually want to save this and sack something else. Let's see, let's look at the rest of the team. Starscream, not looking too useful because there's a lot of rock and electric types on the team. So Kabutops and Almastar and Rotom, they're all just going to OHKO poor Starscream. But Rhyperior is looking even less useful because it gets hit 4 times super effectively by just about everything on the team. So we're just going to sacrifice it to get rid of the rain. And I can go back into the Aromatisse now because that means I can protect to finish things off. He's going to predict that and go right into the Uxie, which I'm fine with. Now, he could set up rain again here, but I'm going to go right into Scrafty because my only chance of winning this is I'm not looking so good right now. Actually, no, I could go into Noivern and taunt him too, but he's going to set up rain this turn. So, yeah, we need to go right into Scrafty. And I need to Dragon Dance here. He's going to yawn me. That's fine. Actually, that's amazing because I can get up another Dragon Dance boost. I need to get up to +3 to outspeed the Swift Swim users. He's actually going to U-turn. What are you going to go into? Go into Almastar? I think Almastar is the slower of the two. Go into Rotom. Actually, that would be great if you go into Rotom. That would be the worst possible play he can make. He actually is going to go into the Rotom. That's going to lose in the match, because you can't kill me with anything. Even if your Specs, I'm not sure if Leaf Storm will kill, because Scrappy's pretty bulky. I mean, Specs might, but I can Dragon Dance again, and that will ensure that I outspeed everything. Then I can just fire off Drain Punches, honestly, and just continuously get my health back and be outside of the range of Kabutops' Aqua Jet, which in the rain does a lot. So he does fire off a Leaf Storm that only does 69%. He has no priority. I think we just swept him. Pretty sure. Yep, that's 100% of Rotom's health gone. It's another turn of rain burned as well. We get the Moxie boost, and this is not taking a knockoff. I don't know what you're thinking. Yeah, there's no way that Uxie is taking that. Now he's going to go into Kabutops. This does not kill me with an Aqua Jet. Even in the rain with Life Orb, I don't care if you're adamant. Boom! Down it goes. Trunks, the Scrafty, is putting in some serious work. As noted by what he says in the chat, damn, Scrafty ain't no joke. Yes, that is very true. He is no joke. He's not joking around. He just he does not care. So we just swept an entire rain team in the rain with no hazard support. Scrafty, what is wrong with you? You are disgusting. You are absolutely disgusting. Jeez. Okay. Moving on to the next battle. That was insane. So, like, Scrafty's so good in this tier. Like, he was not nearly that good in UU by any stretch of the imagination, but in RU, man. So he's gonna lead off with Cobalion here. This will probably be the last battle of this episode, but he might want to just try to set up rocks. Actually, he's gonna go for the Focus Blast and actually hit it. And Earthquake doesn't kill, but we do get a lot of damage on this, which is nice. Do I want to Earthquake again? I kind of want to save Rhyperior because I can set up rocks on other things on his team. So, yeah, I'm going to switch here as he does go for Flash Cannon this time in case I want to go into, I don't know what, Aromatisse, I guess. But now he's going to set up the rocks. I can Brave Bird. That will finish off the Cobalion. That's perfect because that is his only Stealth Rocker. And, oh yeah, he goes into Electros. I can definitely defog on this. I could also roost on this if I wanted to. There's not really too much you can do about it. But I'll go for the Defog first, since Noivern, does not like that very much. He goes for the Power-Up Punch. So I'm not sure what this set is. Assault Vest maybe with Power-Up Punch and completely physical. But I'm going to Toxic him. As he shows off the Rock Slide, that does about 50%. But I do outspeed this, so I can roost on this. That means that Rock Slide will not be super effective, and neither will Wild Charge, as he does opt to go for another Power-Up Punch. And you're going to let me get back up to full HP. And then I can either switch out or Brave Bird you for some extra damage, as Rock Slide's only doing about 29%, even at +2. It will do significantly more than that if I don't roost, of course. Let's see. I kind of want to go into Rhyperior here in case he Wild Charges. And he actually goes for the Dragon Tail. Okay, fair enough. So we're going to get sent into Noivern. Does he not have Drain Punch? I figured he would have gone for it by now, but I mean, it wouldn't do much to the Golbat anyway. So we're going to switch in Rhyperior. He actually goes for the Wild Charge this time, which is great because now he's dead, and we can set up Stealth Rocks. Oh, just kidding. He's going to outspeed us in Power-Up Punch. Fair enough. So down goes the Electros. I guess I'm okay with getting rid of Rhyperior for that, because Rhyperior did a good job. It weakened the Cobalion. It finished off the Electros there by burning a turn of Toxic. So we're in a relatively decent position. Unfortunately, that Alomomola is still a thing. He actually goes into Drapion. I kind of want to taunt you to prevent you from Swords Dancing. But I'm just going to Draco you and see how much that does. That only does 62%, so he's probably specially defensive, as he does go for the knockoff, and that doesn't do nearly as much as I thought it would. He shows the Black Sludge, so I'm guessing he is specially defensive. Because of that, I could go into Golbat, but he can knock off my Eviolite. I don't know if I like that so much. I could Roost here, because knockoff's not going to be doing nearly as much. I'm tempted to Taunt, too. Just because now, if he has, like, I don't know what he would have. What do you have that would not be an attacking move? Like Toxic Spikes, maybe? But I can easily defog those away. I kind of want to just Draco again. And yeah, that brings him down to about 22%, as he does go for the knockoff yet again. And now we can just Roost. So we'll be able to get relatively healthy. Unfortunately, we do not have our Life Orb anymore. I feel like Noivern loses his Life Orb all the time. So he's actually going to make the play to go into Kingdra, and that's perfect because I can actually taunt this. Because I don't want him Dragon Dancing or using Focus Energy. It turns out that he is a Focus Energy variant. And now we go straight into Aromatisse, because he can't really touch me at all. If he has Flash Cannon, that's not going to kill. That most likely is not going to be a 2-hit KO either, because it's not Stab. He's actually going to pull the switch into Alomomola, which I'm fine with. And we can go straight into Golbat here. There's really nothing stopping me. I don't want to get Toxic, and he does opt to go for a Toxic on an Aromatisse, even though I most likely do have the Aromatherapy, but at least he could, force me to use it, I suppose. But either way, I'm going to return the favor by Toxicking the Alomomola. He has no, what do you call it? What do you call it? Cleric. He has no Cleric, unless this thing has Refresh, which I have seen before. He's going to throw up a Wish here. I don't want him trying to pass that into Drapion, though, so I really want to click Brave Bird. And he does try to pass it into Drapion, so that's dead. So that's fantastic, because, that took a Draco Meteor pretty well. So it was definitely a bulkier variant. So he's going to go into Kingdra here. I can't stop him from setting up a Focus Energy. He actually goes straight for the Ice Beam, which does a significant amount of damage. But we do get a Toxic off on this, so we get residual damage going. We have residual damage going on like everything. I think, I Toxic the Electros, I Toxic the Kingdra, I Toxic the Alomomola, I just Toxic everything. You would think that I'm running a stall team with the way I'm playing this battle. I'm just going to Roost here. He can just kill me. Doesn't really matter. I just want to burn another turn of Toxic, basically, because now I can go in with... I guess I have to go in with Noivern? Actually, no. I can go in with Aromatisse and just Protect. And if he doesn't switch out, he's dead. So, yeah, that's my play to make. I don't have to take damage on anything. I don't have to worry about missing a Draco or a Hurricane. He does only have Scald. So he's got Scald, some type of dragon type move, probably Dragon Pulse and Ice Beam along with Focus Energy. Guessing that was his set. And he's going to go into the Bayonet now, which, I mean, this really can't do anything to me. I can easily get some damage off on it with a Moonblast. And he's actually going to throw up a sub. Okay, that is an interesting set. I'll throw up a sub again. Oh, sub disable. Not even bad. Not even bad. It's unfortunate that that doesn't work on Aromatisse because of Aromaveal. Pretty sure that's how it works. I don't think that disable can fail otherwise. But yeah, he's just going to forfeit there. So we do get some points in this part. We got up to about 1437 on the ladder. And I actually want to check because we might be within the top 100 now. Just because we did get those extra points. The RU ladder is not huge. Yeah, it's topping out at 1591, so we have to be in the top 100 or close, or very close. Let's see. What was I 1430, 37, or was it 57? No, I think it was 37. We didn't get that many points. There we are. Okay, we're at number 82, so we are in the top 100. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. We'll have a chance to build on that later on, unless I play some like test matches or something and lose, which is possible. Happens every now and then. I also have some other things I want to test out anyway, so I may just do that. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We got one more part left in this session, and hopefully, again, Medicham can kill some things. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you're leaving a like rating or a comment, or whatever you would like to do, of course, and I will see you all next time. And until then, game on.